Hey, what's up, guys? It's Brian here from FIFA Choice, bringing you another great video. And today we'll be going over a team consisting of the best Portuguese league players of all time. These players had legendary seasons on Portugal and did very well when they were on the league. And they are currently an ultimate team, so I decided to make a whole team around them. So let's jump right into it. Alright, guys, let's start off with our defense and goalkeeper. And starting GK, we have Peter Schmeichel, the legend himself, 90 rated goalkeeper from Denmark. He played in the 90s, most famously for Manchester United when he won the Champions League with them. Little known fact, he actually spent 2 seasons with Sporting CP in the Premier Liga, where he had a pretty good time before moving back to Aston Villa and finishing his career off in Man City. Moving on to our center backs, we'll start over here with David Luiz, the recently player of, team of the year player. Played for Benfica from 2007 to 2011, I believe. Had a pretty good season there. I never believed David Luiz was that great, and to this day, I don't believe he's one of the best defenders in the world at all. Probably in the top 20, but I never thought he'd make it to the team of the year. Definitely didn't think that at all. But nevertheless, we move on to Pepe, who played for Porto before moving to Real Madrid. A beast of a player, very, very aggressive, great for the national team and great for Real Madrid. Just overall great player. Moving on to one of my favorite players and a Portuguese League legend, Ricardo Carvalho. This guy has done it all in his career. He's played great for almost every team he's been on, even though he got screwed over when he was on Real Madrid when they wouldn't play him. He's at the age of 36 or 30, 36 right now, and he's still playing at a top level. He was recently put into the Portuguese League Team of the Century at starting center back in the XI of them, and I think he was one of the only players, along with Ronaldo, to be on that team and still currently be playing, which is pretty awesome. And to be still playing at a top level at Monaco in League One is great too for a 36-year-old. So that is the defense. Alright, guys, moving on to the midfield, we have, starting off at right mid, the Colombian wonder kid himself, James Rodriguez, the former Porto star, had a great World Cup, had the most goals of the tournament, and in my opinion was probably the better player out of Messi, but Messi did make it to the finals, so props to him. But still, great player for Real Madrid right now, and was a great player for Porto when he played there. Great legend. Soon, legend in the making, sorry. Angel Di Maria, was on Real Madrid last season, but before that, he was a SL Benfica player, and now he's on Manchester United, who are doing okay, I guess, this season. Really, really good player. He's very skillful, great for the national team, almost won the World Cup, but didn't make it there. Now, moving on to a Benfica and Portugal legend, Rui Costa. This guy was great in his prime. I think he played in the Serie A for both AC Milan and Fiorentina, where he played very, very well, exceptionally well. And let's not forget the great years he played for Benfica also. Moving on to the left mid, one of my favorite players of all time. I wasn't even alive when he played, but just watching this guy on YouTube and stuff just proves how great of a player he was. Paulo Futre played for all three teams, believe it or not, Porto, Sporting, and Benfica. All. He probably had his best times at Porto when he won the Champions League in '87 against Bayern, before going on to Atletico Madrid, where he had a great career. Surprisingly, I think he actually ended his career at Atletico Madrid in the late '90s too, which is pretty cool. Alright, let's move on. Alright, guys, finishing off the starting 11, we have the top three. Two Ballon d'Or winners in this side, guys. Starting off, we have the legend Ronaldo himself, Cristiano Ronaldo, with his 99 rated concept card. Of course, I couldn't afford that, but the concept card will have to do right now. This man has just recently won his third Ballon d'Or, and before having a great seasons, phenomenal seasons, to make him one of the best players in the world at Real Madrid and Manchester United, he started off at Sporting CP, where he had a phenomenal friendly match against Man U, and I think he assisted all three goals that led on to Sporting beating Man U. That interested Sir Alex Ferguson into getting him onto the team, and this is where he is now, a 99 rated player, best player in the game. Moving on, we have the Portuguese legend PAULETA. PAULETA was probably the best striker Portugal had since his debut. Great player. Started off at Estoril, I think. Made a name for himself before moving on to reaching PSG, where I think to this day he is one of the best players the club has ever had. He was the top goal scorer for Portugal for a very long time before Ronaldo took that spot a little bit less than a year ago, but still a great player. Our next Ballon d'Or winner is the legend himself, LUIZ Figo. This man was a great player. Played for top clubs when he was playing Real Madrid, Barcelona, Inter, and started off a couple of years with Sporting, where he named a name for himself before moving on to Barcelona, and then controversially moving on to Real Madrid, where people used to throw pig heads, I believe, pig heads at him because they believed he was a traitor. But still, nonetheless, won the Ballon d'Or, one of the best players Portugal has ever had, and the league has ever had. So there's the starting 11. Moving on to the subs. Alright guys, moving on to the subs, we have starting off striker 88 rated Falcao, who is on Man U right now. One of the best strikers in the world, to be honest. A little bit off his game as of late because of injuries. Not doing too great on his loan spell to Man U, but before that, honestly, I could consider him the best striker in the world. Had great seasons for Porto, won the Europa League, then went on to win the Europa League with Atletico Madrid, and then the UEFA Cup, before moving on for a lot of money to Monaco and being loaned out to Man U, but still, world-class player, even if he's having not that great of a season. Next player, we have Hulk, however you want to pronounce it. This man is, I think, on Zenit. Yeah, he's on Zenit. He was on Porto until, I think, 2013. Stayed there for a little while after they won the Europa League, and still hasn't really done much since he left. Zenit are, they're pretty good, but they haven't done much in Europe. I think they've been downgraded to the Europa League. Let's hope he does better. Now, here's a player you might not know played in the Portuguese league. Not once, not twice, but on 3 different occasions. Diego Costa. Yes, Diego Costa, the striker for Chelsea right now, who's playing phenomenal there, by the way. Actually played for Braga back in 2007, I believe. Then was loaned out to Penafiel and then brought back to Braga. So that was 3 different times he played in the league. He shuffled around teams before eventually finding his way to Atletico Madrid, where he, after a couple of years, finally made his name, and now he's on Chelsea. Then we moving on to João Montinho, the former Sporting and Porto player. This midfielder is he's had his years. Honestly, he's been great for Portugal beforehand, but as of late, he hasn't been too great for both national team and club. Monaco aren't doing too well in the league right now, and I haven't seen him perform that great for Portugal either, so let's hope he gets back there too. Moving on to Dani. Dani played for, I believe it was Sporting? Yeah, I believe it was Sporting or Guimarães. Something along those lines. He played for them. He played in the league a while back. Then he played for a couple of Russian league teams, and then moved on to Zenit, where he's with right now. He has his good seasons there, but not much to talk about him there. Moving on to a player who's had a great season so far, scoring and beating Real Madrid in the first game of the year. Nicolas Otamendi, Argentine center back who recently joined Valencia from Porto. Beforehand, he was on loan to Atletico Mineiro in the Brazilian league. He was loaned out there because of some passport issues or something. I don't know, but he was recently brought back here to Valencia, where he's had a great season so far. Scored a great header against Real Madrid. Moving on to Mangala. He played for Porto not less than a year ago until he got brought to Man City, where he hasn't played that great. Honestly, all I've been seeing from him is kicking players and getting yellow cards. But let's hope he does good. Let's hope he settles into the Barclays Premier League way of playing. Moving on to Fabio Contrao, This guy was probably one of my favorite players, even though he played for a rival team for Benfica. Really skillful on the ball, a great left wing back, left back here, but he was usually a left wing back. It's just how he played. Went up the wing a lot, overlapped for Benfica. He's on Real Madrid now. He's not a starter usually because of Marcelo, but when he does play, he shows incredible talent. Really great player. Moving on to Matic, however you want to pronounce it. This guy played for Benfica until last season when he was brought back from Chelsea, who had previously owned him, and has had a great 2 seasons so far. So let's hope his form keeps going up. Moving on to Ramirez, who also played for Benfica before going to Chelsea, has had his fair share of good seasons for the club. Also, and to finish off, we have Ezequiel Garay, who played for Benfica until last season. And when he moved to Zenit, had a really good season, probably the best defender in the league by far. Just incredible defending skills. Usually because he had prior experience with Real Madrid. He was actually part of the deal that brought Fabio Contrao to Real Madrid, with Fabio Contrao going to Real Madrid and Garay going to Benfica. So there you have it, guys. That is the club completed. This is the best ever Portuguese league team of all time. I hope you liked the video. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment, do all those things. Thanks, and peace.